Bill Scott, Hall of Famer, that career win at Jacksonville, Florida. Willie T. Ribbs came out of IMSA Road Racing and IndyCar, made 3 Cup starts. Bill Lester, another road racer, came up through the Truck Series, made 2 Cup starts for Bill Davis in Atlanta and Michigan. And now Darrell Wallace Jr. makes his Cup Series debut in Richard Petty's number 43. And we believe it's the first time the 43 has ever had a yellow bumper for a rookie driver.
I don't know, Squirrel might have had one.
They didn't have yellow bumpers in Richard's day.
That was what Richard's nickname was. I always bring it, because they just pick on the king, and we know what he's done, and they called it when he started. The nickname was the Squirrel.
Jamie.
Well, it's definitely a historic weekend for Bubba Wallace, and I talked to him. He's so excited about the weekend, but he is busy. Remember, he still has Xfinity Series duties, and the cars drive so differently here. One of the biggest things is the fact that you shift in a Cup car, but the feedback has been really good with Bubba, considering this is the first time ever in a Cup car, saying he's a little bit tight. But Mike, on a side note, it was interesting to watch Bubba walk into the garage. Dale Jr. was right behind him. Not a single media person interested in Jr. They were all around Bubba Wallace Jr., and he took it in stride. Definitely a lot of people interested in his story now this weekend.
Now, he will drive tomorrow in the Xfinity Series race in the Roush Fenway number 6, but that is the last race for that car for the foreseeable future. They're going to park it, suspend operations. Heard Steve Newmark on the radio yesterday, not shut the team down, but suspend operations to seek sponsorship to be able to bring the number 6 back to the track in Xfinity. When they start yellow bumpers, you didn't have yellow bumpers.
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I think I did. Okay. Yeah, that was in the 70s. I'm pretty sure we had yellow bumpers for all the time.
Matt?
Mike, we talked about the challenge of coming here for the first time like Bubba Wallace, but earlier when this guy first came in the Cup, drivers would focus maybe on one corner to be money, and then just try to lessen the pain in the other two. But with the competition level the way it is now, Kurt, you guys have to be money in all 3?
Yeah, you have to be. I mean, if you lose time in one spot, they'll chew you up in the other 2. And yeah, when I first came, turn 3 was what everybody told me to focus on, because the next straightaway is the longest. And then as you get comfortable with the track, the times that I've won here, I've been good in turn 2. But restarts, you got to be good in turn 1 and know which lane is going to go and how you get up through the gears and how you get a launch out of turn 1. So baby steps, kind of like Bubba Wallace will figure it out. Start with turn 3, go to 2, get 1. Man, I probably taught him everything, and now he'll win.
A year ago, your crew chief was not here in the garage area because of being suspended. The Penske cars, we've seen that as well. Your brother doesn't have his crew chief here. What's the biggest thing you fight when that part of the wheel, the hierarchy, so to speak, is missing?
It just feels like a communication imbalance. You know, you always have the smartest guy as your crew chief, the most experienced guy, and when you have somebody that's filling in, you just have to make sure and double check everything you're talking about as far as changes, theories. It could be just as small as like a wind angle difference that makes you looser in one corner and tight in another. So just got to get into that much more detail. But I got a great group of guys on this Haas Automation Monster Energy Ford, and you have to have depth in this series if you can when you have a little issue like a crew chief penalty.
KB looking for back-to-back wins here at Pocono, Jamie.
Well, we heard the radio with Dale Jr. saying his car was stuck in 3rd and then downshifted to 2nd. Well, that caused it to over-rev. You see all the engineers surrounding the 88 car. They indeed are going to a backup engine. Crew Chief Greg Ives, Dale Jr. back in the hauler already, but trouble early for the 88. Trouble with the engine going to a backup, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. Not the paint scheme he was scheduled to run. His sponsor has a partnership with the Philadelphia Eagles to honor teachers. It's a great program, and we saw the renderings of how the car was supposed to look. And then the NFL saw the renderings, saw the Eagles logo, and said, can't do that. So back to the normal paint scheme for this weekend. But congratulations to all those teachers who were honored by its all.